Peppermint Pals, and it's day 3 of Huevember. So today I got a drawing on canvas paper. So I worked with acrylic, and the canvas paper I have has two sides. It has a gessoed side and an ungessoed side. And so with the ones that the drawings I made beforehand, I did half of them on gesso and half of them on the ungesso, and so this one was on the ungesso side. Now about this picture, it's kind of like Big Ben. It's a surreal picture, so it's like Big Ben, but in like a mountainy place, and the hands are coming off of the clock. And, I didn't end up liking my picture, and I didn't think there was a good usage of the color of the day in it. I even tried to mix it into some of the other things, and it just came out really bad. So, I eventually abandoned it, and I go ahead and do something completely different. And maybe that's breaking the rules of my challenge, but you know what? These are my own rules, and I still kept the color. So that's really the only official rule. So, yeah, since these are my rules, I don't really care if I broke them. So what I did was, if you see that piece of canvas paper right next to me where I'm testing out all the colors, I basically cut out a piece of that and about the same size and shape as this one, and I went and I just did a whole new picture on that. So yeah, I think it was just because I didn't have enough of the color of the day and I wasn't sure how to work it in. I tried to use it to paint the building, and it just looked like an ugly baby poop brown. So yeah, I didn't end up doing that. So here's me starting a whole new piece. So for this picture, I went with a pumpkin patch, and it was an idea I had for yesterday, but I didn't think the color was quite right, so the color was a little bit better today to do the pumpkins. And I really like that idea because it's just a nice fall idea, and, it makes me think, pumpkins a lot of times we associate with October because of Halloween and stuff, but I mean, they're just a fall vegetable, so they could really be October, November. It's just, I don't know, it made me feel very peaceful, and I liked it a lot better than what I was doing before. So I'm using a hairdryer on this piece as well, because I had to be somewhere. I had an appointment, and I couldn't wait for the acrylic to dry. And yes, you can use a hairdryer on acrylic. It doesn't work quite as well as on watercolor. It'll still be kind of sticky and stuff, but it's good enough to work on top of. Also about a hairdryer, don't ever use it on oil. First of all, it won't even work. Second of all, oil has been known to spontaneously combust under extreme heat, so I'd be careful about that. And I don't know, I just thought I'd bring that up because I wondered if people were curious about when you could use a hairdryer. So, good for watercolor, not quite as good, but still works for acrylic, and don't use it for oil. So what you had just seen me laying in were the leaves, and I even used that brown that I hated so much from the last piece, but it actually made really nice fall leaves for a pumpkin patch. And here I'm laying in the actual pumpkins, hoping to actually get like a pumpkin shape because I don't want a repeat of my horrendous umbrella basketball from yesterday. And what I actually do is I use a really thick paint, and I use kind of the way that the paint lies between strokes as the ridges on the pumpkin. So that kind of gets a neat 3D effect, and it actually makes it look more organic and more like pumpkins than if I just laid them in, I think, with a brush afterwards. Here what I'm doing is I'm using a kind of dry brush technique to do the light areas on the pumpkin where the sunlight hits. And I really like it, and it's nice because it blends well, and it actually is closer to the color of the day than what you see up in the top right corner there. That color is a little bit more orange than the color of the day. But the pumpkins ended up looking more like the actual color because of that yellow that I added. Here I'm adding like the vines between them, and it didn't turn out as well as I thought, um, which I'm kind of sad about. But it, I still think they look like pumpkins, so at least I have that going for me. It's not another, umbrella that doesn't look like an umbrella. It's pumpkins that look like pumpkins. So, anyways, that's day 3, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.